Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you this week. This is from a company called Blackbeard. This is the fire plugs, and I seen these online, and I thought, well, I've got some other Blackbeard stuff, some of their ferro rods. I've got one of the plasma lighters, and one of their ropes, their fire starting ropes, and I thought, well, let's try these plugs. So I wanted to do a review on it, and I felt like it was appropriate to only do it at nighttime. And I got some lanterns out here, and I'm going to show you if they really work or not. They look like truthfully, they look like a little mini tampon. That one I'd already pulled on a little bit. But you can see, basically it looks like a little tampon without the string, and it has some sort of waxiness feel to it. It might just be me. It could just be the fabric material that it's made out of, but it just feels a little waxy. And I'm gonna read the directions here. It says convenient must-have fire tinder for every outdoor activity, home, vehicle, bug out bag, or 72-hour emergency kit. Windproof, waterproof, quick ignite, made in the USA with U.S.A. materials, odorless, non-toxic, handmade, lightweight, easy to use, eco-friendly, 8 minutes of burn time from one plug, 30 years of shelf life, opened or unopened. And it says what you want to do is break the plug in two and work the plug back and forth twice, and work the fire plug in a circular motion until it breaks into two pieces. Apply spark or flame. So I've got two of them right here. I'm gonna put one aside. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this new one here, and I'm gonna drop it in water. We'll see how waterproof it is, but as you can see, I've pretty much just been working this one. It said to break it in two, so I can feel a little bit of a waxy feeling. Who knows, it might be beeswax or something. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it kind of breaks apart like cotton and leaves a real fluffy edge. Kind of like a dryer lint. I've used that in the past to start fires, but we normally take and put petroleum jelly on it, but it is messy. I like these that they do come in a pack, and there's a bunch of them. But anyways, I'm gonna light them up and see how easy they light and see how long they go for. I'm gonna be using the Blackbeard plasma lighter. I gotta say, they lit up really quick. Turn that light off for a second. And you can see just how long of a burn time they have. Now, I've not done this before. This ain't rehearsed, so I've never used them. But so far, it's given off a pretty good front flame. So if you had to add some tinder to this, then it would be easy to start a fire. Gotta say, as a kid, that's all I ever wanted to do was start fires. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Now I'm 42 and I still love doing it. There's just something about building a fire. But you can see it's burning really good. It seemed to last. Let me pull the camera down for a second, give you guys a closer look. It seems to be burning that little plug pretty slowly. Not sure if you'll get 8 minutes out of it or not, but it'd be definitely a long enough time to get some tinder caught on fire. I can tell you that. If you were in a survival situation, it'd definitely give you a lot longer burn time than what a piece of dryer lint with some petroleum jelly on it, or a cotton ball with some petroleum jelly on it would do. Or at least it seems like it is. Plus, you know, whenever you use those cotton balls with petroleum jelly on it, like I said, they're kind of a pain in the butt to store. And now some people take and put them in like a tin, like you would put Altoids in, the little breath mints. Some people store them in the air. You can put them in a Ziploc bag, but they're pretty messy. I like these. They just felt a little waxy. And truthfully, it's probably beeswax or something like that they put on them to keep them waterproof. But while that one's burning right there, you can see right there I've got that other one floating right in there. And I've submerged it. There we go. And this one over here seems to be burning pretty good. It's not as tall of a flame as it was a minute ago, but it still seems like it's still got some burn time left into it. Plus, you know, it said it had like a 30 or 35 year shelf life. Who's to say that after 35 years that it's not going to still burn? It'd probably go longer than that, honestly. So, you know, if you're a prepper like me, you know, it'd be pretty good item to keep around the house. Yeah, it looks like it's about to go out. Didn't get no 8 minutes out of it. I think that might have been a little bit of an exaggeration, but, you know, you could probably still blow on it a little bit because all of it's not burnt up. And truthfully, you could probably still, you know, get maybe 8 minutes of burn time if you blew on that and kept it hot. But as far as like an 8-minute flame, yeah, I don't think you'll get that out of this one. But, you know, if you had to, you know, you could definitely blow on it, and it'd probably, I'm gonna take some tinder here and put on it. Nah, I might have let it go out. Yeah, it burned out before I could get some tinder going on it. But yeah, you seen, it probably wasn't an 8-minute burn time, but it had a pretty good amount of burn time. Let's try it on one of these wet ones and see. Let's set you back up here on the tripod again. So as you can see, I've got this plug here. Let me turn this lantern on so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so I've got this plug here, and I'm just gonna do as it says. I'm gonna work it and kind of break it apart in the middle. And yeah, it looks pretty dry, feels dry, so I don't see why it wouldn't start. Let's try it. Let's do the old plasma lighter again. And I gotta say, their plasma lighter's pretty neat. I hadn't used this thing in probably a year, and whoa, I hadn't used the thing in probably a year, and I went to use it, man, didn't even have to charge it up. This thing puts out a good strong flame, and I think it might be dead right now. I spoke too soon. You know, like I said, I hadn't used this thing in over a year and hadn't even charged it, and I used it a couple of times just now to light the fire up, and plus I was playing with it on the inside, so you can see that, you know, if you're going to stick this in a bug out bag, I guess probably need to charge it about once a year, I'd say, so it don't go out on you. But as you can see, it's burning those wet plugs pretty good. It spit and sputtered a little bit when it lit up. It was burning some of that moisture off the outside of that waxy coating that's on there. But you see, it didn't have any problems at all, you know, catching those little plugs on fire. Now for kicks, I'm going to take another one of these plugs just right out of the bag, and I'm going to light it just right out of the bag without breaking it in two and seeing, you know, how long you can burn it for. I'm just going to set it right there to the side. Now, if you notice, the one that I broke in two, it gives off more of a taller flame than the one on the right. But, you know, the one on the right didn't light nearly as good as the when you break them in two like you're supposed to. They light really easy because they're really fuzzy. But you actually might get a longer burn time out of leaving it whole. You know, if you do it like this and just leave it all in one piece. Now, that's not how they recommend it, but it actually might burn longer since it's more like a solid, one long solid piece instead of having two pieces burning. But, you know, I get their logic. You know, you want two pieces, you know, going so you have a bigger flame and have more of a chance of catching what you're trying to catch on fire. But if you're going for longer burn time, I would say the one on the right would probably be the way to go. But you gotta say, it's been a hot summer, and I'm kind of looking forward to fall, to be honest with you. I really enjoy that cold air at nighttime. It feels so good. Wow, that one on the right it's still got a long ways to go before it burns all the way in too. So guys, that might be the way to go for if you want a longer burn time. That's probably going to be your best bet, is just to leave it in one piece, and you might be able to take and fluff the end of it somehow. And just get it lit on one end. I mean, you might be able to take your thumb and pinch it and fluff it a little bit here on the ends. If you can just work with it and make it fluffy, you shouldn't have any problems lighting it. Yeah, you can see it's starting to fluff out like a piece of cotton. So that's probably what I'd suggest, just lightening it on the one end, and it'd probably give you a little bit more longer burn time. Kind of makes a little more sense. Now, if you're wanting a bigger fire and want to just start a fire and everything's kind of damp, I would probably do like they say and break it in two. But from what I see, it looks like it's gonna last longer if you just leave it in one piece. And if you're worried about them getting wet, the water don't seem to affect them at all. And the bag, it's pretty cool. It's resellable. It's like a little Ziploc bag. Let me pull you back down off the tripod here. Sorry this video is so freaking long. But, you know, if you're going to purchase these, you know, I wanted you to see what you were buying before you buy it. You see the one on the left just went out. You know, it's still got a little bit of cherries. Little red coals hanging on right there. And you can probably blow it a little bit. There you go. I'm gonna stick a little dry grass on there. See if I can blow on it. Yeah, I probably waited too long. But, oh well. Totally burned up. There ain't nothing left. When I touched it, it just broke apart. And you can see the one here on the right. It's about to go out. Let's see here if I can get it going. There we go. Just taking a little dry grass, sticking on there. And even with just the little red coals, you can easily get a fire going if it's, you know, if they're hot enough. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap the video up. If you're interested in them, check out Blackbeard fire plugs. Don't know how many's in a bag. You'll have to check their website, but there's quite a bit in this little bag. But it should last you a pretty good while. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and check out my other Blackbeard reviews that I've done. All right. And this is not no paid review. I don't work for these guys. There's no skin in the game for me. I just want to make an honest review, show you guys what you're buying before you buy it, and see if you like it. And if you don't buy it. If you do, buy a bunch. And until next time, have a good one.